In this Academy video, I will show you the Valuecase dashboard, your control center of the entire platform. The dashboard is very customizable. The first thing you will typically see are your Valuecase spaces. And then on the left side, you can navigate it. So you have the ability to directly create a new space from here. You will find your tasks that are spread across your spaces. You have the activity feed showing you the activity of your customers within the workspaces. And then we have the assets, and here you find the templates. You find the asset library. So this is to upload files and so on. You can then use in your spaces much easier. Then we have space properties. This is something you will need for the Kanban board. Also, if you want to personalize within your spaces, that is another video, or just click learn more here if you want to learn more about it. And then we have the action plan analytics, the content analytics, and the team activity analytics. Now, this is sorted basically by use, right? So you will use this the most, and then the assets and analytics you will use a bit less, and you can just customize your view like so. Also down here, you will find the support area as well. And then on the top right, you can click on your name to go to your settings. So we have edit my details, which are your profile details. Then we have integrations and so on here, and then a couple of admin settings. Now back to the dashboard. On the bottom right, you will find our help center and the chat. Just feel free to write us any messages here. We are there to help, and usually we will be very, very quick to answer. All right, let me show you one final trick. That is the search for anything bar here. If you are searching for a specific template or for a specific space, just put it in here. You will find it, can directly jump to it. You can also open this up with CMDK or Control K if you are on a Windows laptop, and you can navigate it with a keyboard. Now let's go over the space list here. There's a couple of things happening. First of all, you see here that I'm on the My Spaces view, and you can create additional views. Then you have a search box to search your spaces. Then we have a filter active by default. You will only see your spaces, but if you want to see anyone else's, you can also select them here. And then you have more filters on the right here. So owners, active or archived spaces, and a couple more. And then we have columns. These are here to customize your space list to your use case. So let's say you're very intensively working with our action plans, for example, to onboard your customers or to do mutual success planning. Then you would just maybe pull the status to the front. You can also, if you want to go down here, maybe just pull in the next due date. And these columns then will appear here. And you can scroll to the right to find the next due date. I just pulled the status to the front. And this is how you customize your view. And typically you would want to see engagement, right? So the engagement score, maybe the visits, the activities, the last visit. Typically you want to see the progress, and then also form completions if you're working with our forms. So this is how you customize it. And just remember, you need to save your view changes. So next time when you come back, it's all there for you. Now, final icon here on the top is the switcher to the Kanban board. The Kanban board is not set up by default. It's something you can set up yourself, and I will go over that in a separate video. But you can just start by creating an internal property, which is your status property typically. Now, finally, to the space list here, there are a couple more features. You can scroll to the right if you have many columns visible and find more options here. Furthermore, if I go back to the left, you will see this mini blue icon. This is one of the power features of this Valuecase space list. This is great if you want to jump to the space information without having to actually jump to the workspace. So you will see your tasks, your comments, your activities right here. And this way you can cycle through many spaces very, very quickly. That's it for the spaces list. The next thing I want to quickly show you is the task dashboard here. The task dashboard helps you to keep the overview of many different spaces when you're using our action plans a lot. First of all, you again see only your spaces by default, and then you see only open tasks by default. And there are more filters here, and then you can also switch between a list and a column view. So for example, here I have one overdue task for this customer, and this directly shows me that without having to jump to the space. I can again use this icon here to open up the sidebar, and I see it in context, so complete the briefing forms, and I can complete it from here, or I can also complete it directly from the task dashboard, and then it's gone and crossed off. Also, I see upcoming tasks, so this is due in 4 days, might be already done, then I can cross it off, or might be just upcoming. And then I also see tasks without a due date. In your workspaces, when you watch the action plan video, you will know you can define due dates for action plan tasks, but you don't have to. And the tasks that don't have a due date will come up here because we don't know if they're overdue or not. Now that's the task dashboard. Finally, the activity feed here, quite important to keep tab of what is happening in your workspaces, and you will see that here directly, very easy to follow, and you can also filter this, right? Now the assets and so on, I will skip for today because it's not as vital for your daily workflows, But hopefully this gave you a good overview of how the space list works. And now I would recommend just create a new space, start working with the platform, and let us know if you have any questions.